Hey guys, today I will show you how to set up a DALI lighting system. First, what device we need. For this one is a DALI2 LED driver with NFC feature. And this one is a DALI2 sensor. And next, this one is a DALI2 push button coupler. And this one is a DALI master controller. And for the coupler, we need a push button switch. And for the LED driver, we need a LED light. Yes. Okay. First, I will show you how to set up the LED driver with SR NFC tool. Click to enter SR NFC tool. Add a configuration. Scan from a real device. And here, you can find the NFC element here. And then, just scan the LED driver. Okay, scan the LED driver. Successful. Now save the setting. Maybe name it 01 and save. Click the configuration. Unlock it. Option. Here you can check the option you want. Maybe select all and back. Now you can find the option here. There are 5 important options we need to set. The first one is the source address and the group and the scene and the target current. Okay. Now let's set in the source address. Maybe we'll set it to 1. And here you can find red and white. In the page, we can write the source address for the device. Okay, and next is the group. Maybe you set it to group 1. You can check multiple group for it. 1 and 2 or 3. You set it to group 1 and save. And next one is the fade time. We set it to 2.8 seconds and save. And next one is the scene. Maybe for the scene 0 set it to max level. Okay, save. For the scene 1 we set it to maybe 55%. Scene 2 set it to 50%. Okay, 50%. And the scene 3 we set it to 25%, maybe 25. Okay, percent. Scene 4 we set it to maybe 5%, I think. Scene 4 set it to 5%. Scene 5 set it to maybe 1%. Okay, after that back. The important option is the target current. Click it. Then we need to set the target current for the LED lighting power. This one is 50 watt. And maybe we need to set it to 300 million ampere. Okay, save. After you set in all the options, click set all attribute. And then start writing. Okay, right. Okay, successful. If you have multiple LED driver, you can check the source address auto increase. Here you can set the address. The first one is 1, then you can start writing. This one is 1 and another one is 2 and 3, 4, 5. You can set it up multiple devices consecutively. Yes. Okay, that's all for the LED driver. Now wiring. Connect to the LED light. Power input. DALI signal input. Now wiring the coupler. First, find the clamp. Okay, clamp. I need this one. Okay, for the clamp, we connect to the middle one. This one is K2, key 1, button 1. Okay, this one is key 2, button 2. Okay, okay. Then DALI signal input. Okay, plug in. Okay, plug in. Now connecting the sensor. Now connect all the devices to DALI master. The sensor. Okay. Okay, next the coupler. And the LED driver. Okay, now connect the DALI master to the computer. Now I'll set up the push button coupler with the computer and the DALI master software. Double click, enter DALI master. Enter DALI master. I will click DALI bus interface and choose the COM. Okay, it will show online here. Okay, next click master device, DALI bus, addressing. You can system extension or just complete new installation and check the keep group info. And next, now it will search all the DALI device for the lighting and the sensor, and this one is the coupler. Done. Now you can check all device information. For example, the LED driver. You can see the group, set it to group 1, and this one is the scene. Scene 0 is 100%, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, scene 6 is 0%. It means turn off the light. Okay, put it here. And this one is the sensor. To avoid the interference of the sensor, I will disable the sensor, click instance, and then disable it and check the enable. Yes, and the instance 1, disable it and write to the device. Okay, and this one is the coupler. In the general page, nothing we need to set. So just click instance parameter. And the instance 0, it means the key 1. You can see key 1, key 2, key 3, key 4. And this is the key 1. Instance 1 is the key 2. Yes. And instance 2 is the key 3 and the key 4. Okay, now let's set in the instance 0, this one, key 1. Okay, here parameter setting. I don't adjust you to change this parameter. Okay, for example, the stop press limiter, we set it to 500 million seconds, and the double press limiter, repeat press limiter, just keep the parameter like this. Okay, and then go to control logic. Here you can see the destination address. You can choose all, group, single address. Okay, for example, set it to group 1 because our lighting is in the group 1 here. You can see group 1, so we set it to group 1. And suppress, we set it to go to scene 0. You can see scene 0 is 100%. Okay, that means turn on the light and set the light to 100%. Yes. Okay, double press, set it to, here we set it to 76%. Okay, and long press, we set it to dimming up. And here you can set more function for the action, like off, direct power, down, max level, min level. Okay, and other scenes, and the color and color temperature, turn off the light. Yes, and double press also so many functions you can set. And long press, off, up, down, and other functions you can set. And instant 1, also set it to group 1, and suppress, go to scene 6. 6 is 0%. You can see that means it will turn off the light. And the double press, set it to call scene 4, 5%, and long press, set it to dimming down. You can see dimming down. Okay, and for the instant 2, the key 3, we set it to go to scene 2. Yeah, 76%. and the destination address set it to group 1, yes, instance 3 set it to group 1, and suppress go to scene file. Okay, after you set in all the function for each button, okay, now let's write to the device. Okay, now I'll show the effect for you. For example, we turn off the light and then go to 100%, and then this is the scene. This is the scene file. Okay, 1%, and this one is the okay, scene to 76%. Turn off, and then 1.5%, and this one is 75%, and this one is 100%. And long press, you can dim it down. Can you see this? Yes, you can dim it down. Okay, it's very smooth and wonderful. Okay, it's great dimming effect. And this one, long press to dim it up. Okay, I think it's very beautiful effect. Okay, and double click, you can call scene 2. Okay, maybe scene 4, scene 1. When we set the minimum current compensation, it recommend the value of 1.5%. Okay, right to the LED driver. Okay, successful. And then power on the device. Power on. Now let's check the dimming effect. Turn off the light. You can see when the lighting power off, we lost the fade out effect. It will turn off suddenly. Can you see this? Turn off and suddenly off. Yes. Turn on, suddenly on. Yes. Okay. Now I will set a minimum current compensation to 0.05%. Okay. Now let's power off the device. And then let's write to the LED driver. Successful. Now let's power on the device. Okay, power on the device. Now let's check the effect. Power off. You can see the fade out is very smooth. Power on. Can you see this? It's very smooth to power on and power off. Yes. So I stress you to setting up the minimum current compensation when you set in the device. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye. Now let's talk about the sensor. Okay, click the sensor. Okay, in the general page, nothing need to set. So go to instance parameters and control logic. And the instance 0 is the occupied and vacant sensor. It will detect motion. And the instance 1 is the light sensor. In this case, I just want to test the instance 0. So here we disable the instance 1. Just uncheck the enable of the instance 1. Then go back to the instance 0. Enable it here. Check enable. Go to the event skin and make sure you select the two device address and instance number. The default value maybe is 0. You need to switch it to 2. Okay. Now go to event filter. You can find occupied, check it, and the vacant. check it and repeat. When you check the repeat, it will report the status of the sensor every 5 seconds now. And that time here we set it to 0.2 seconds and hold. And the sensitivity, the max value is 50. It means in this state it's most sensitive. I stress you set it to maybe 7, and then now go to control logic. Okay, here you can find the destination address. You can set it to control all the lighting, set it to control a group. Here we set it to group 1 because our lighting is in the group 1. Okay, you can set it to a single address. Go to group 1 and event function. Here you can find MS operating mode. You can set it to enable, here enable, or enable only off. I will talk about this mode later. In this time we set it to enable, and then scroll down, we can find fade in time. It means when the sensor detects motion and it will turn on the light. And here is the fade time. And then presence variable, we set it to maybe 60%. It means when the people can, the sensor detect motion, the light will turn on and go to the presence variable. Okay, and then preset retention time, second part. It means when no motion detected, when the people go out and no motion detected, the light will keep this value again. And then 3 fade time, it means the light will slow down to a value, sense value 1.5%. We set it to 1.5% maybe. Okay, it means when the sensor do not detect motion, and it will go to a lower value here. And then fade out time, it means stay on the last value. Here we set it to 0. It means it will turn off the light. Okay, now after you setting all the options, we click to write to device. Okay, now when the people come and the light will turn on, wait in time, and no motion detected, stay on the presence variable, and then fade time to the absence retention time, and then finally fade out, turn off the light. I stress you use this mode in the corridor or staircase. Okay, if you use this mode in the classroom, it will be very confusing. When the teacher go in to give a slide show, it will turn off the light, but the sensor will detect motion and it will turn on the light automatically, and it's very confusing. If we want to use this sensor and the DALI system in the classroom, I stress you use the enable only off mode. Just write to the device. And in this case, the teacher turn on the light. Now, after a moment, the teacher want to give the slide show, and he will turn off the light, and the sensor will never turn on the light. Okay, and the teacher want to turn the light again, and the light will turn on. And after the teacher and the classmate go out the classroom, and the sensor will turn off the light automatically. Yes, that's all I want to talk about this DALI and the sensor system. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye.